I do have to push back on one thing. So Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer say that they support border security. I wish that that were true. And in the past, I think that that was true. They both voted, of course, to fund border wall, to fund border security. But how can we take what they say seriously now when all of their actions contradict their words? When they're not interested in a wall, they tell us it's immoral, ineffective, too expensive. They're not willing to do anything to secure our border. And even this terrible, terrible compromise budget bill that the president has signed. Now we see in this, there's actually going to be a provision, sort of an amnesty provision, that any illegal immigrant who is associated in this country with an unaccompanied minor, meaning a child, is not going to be deported regardless of their affiliation with gangs or criminal activity. How can anyone argue that that is border security when obviously that's just going to increase the number of unaccompanied minors and exploit children and human traffickers of children?
You are right to call that out, and I myself have been having a crisis of conscience today because of what Speaker Pelosi has said today about guns. And that myself, I've been going on and on about how Democrats don't want to take your guns, and now she's saying that, you know, if we set this precedent here with border funding, that the next president could possibly call a national emergency and take guns. That is counterproductive. It's counterintuitive to everything that we've been saying. I've been telling everyone, no, we don't want to take your guns. And now I'm going to have a very difficult time saying that. So you are correct. It's going to be harder to trust their words now. I don't know what I'm going to tell people.
Well, what you should tell people is that you're ditching the Democratic Party and coming over to the good side.
Love you.
Well, in all seriousness, though, the Democratic Party has taken this hard left turn that I think has left people like you, a more moderate Democrat, in the dust because things that you don't believe in. You don't believe in confiscation of guns. You don't believe in open borders, and you've done your best to defend the Democratic Party against accusations of that maybe no longer are defensible because the Democratic Party has actually embraced the extreme views. And I think that does alienate at least a large chunk, maybe the quieter chunk of Democratic voters.
It's quite possible. The people who actually get the work done, the loudest voices in the room tend to get the most attention, and those right now are the most radically left voices. The people like me who are more moderate, you might call us blue dog Democrats. Somebody called me part of the old guard this week, which I'm fine with that. That's fine. We're the ones who've been getting things done. This has been my life work. I haven't ditched my party. I've not turned my back on my party, but I absolutely love calling out hypocrisy, regardless of what side of the aisle it's on. And Beto O'Rourke right here with his comments is being extremely hypocritical. And right now, I don't know what to believe from Pelosi, to be honest. So I'm just calling it as I see it, and I will continue to do so.